Hello everybody, it's me, TONIK TTW. We're here with another in a series of games in the Tier 7 French tech tree destroyer, Le Fantasque. You can see from the splash screen that it is a big damage game. But the title says it all. Sorry, not sorry. Because sometimes when you're playing warships, you've got to realise that there's nothing you can do for the team and you've just got to go out and play your own game. And I was finding my fate with this ship, and that's exactly what I had to do. We've got a Tier 6, Tier 7 game on the new map, Riposte, and as you can see, there's a double team of Brandenburgs there, which is always nasty for secondaries. But let's get into this game. There's only one destroyer. It's me against the Z23. He's got punchy guns, slow reload. My only advantage over him is perhaps the main battery reload booster, but he does also have sonar, and that is something that I need to be aware of. Now, with only one destroyer in the game, I decide that I'm going to go straight forward into B cap, and I'm talking to the team as I'm playing, and I'm telling them what my plan is. My plan is to go B, then to go A, because A is where I expect the push, and I'm hoping, really hoping, that this team will seek to push and not sit back, which is happening in so many games at the moment. Now, even though I'm running a full concealment build on the Fantasque, I've said it before, it only brings it down to 5.5 kilometers. But if you're running the third slot for reduction in detection when your engine boost is running, that will come down to 4.4 kilometers. However, 4.4 kilometers is not going to save my life. So I'm in the cap, I'm turning the cap, I'm looking at how the team is spreading. Red team have pushed on to C, and I mistakenly think that that is where red team's destroyer has gone, because that smoke screen there could come from one of the new Pan-Asian cruisers, and I think they're going to use that smoke screen really to their advantage. Red team are not hanging back. There is one Brandenburg there. I imagine that the second Brandenburg is going to be there as well. They've already got the Algerie out wide on the flank. Now he is isolated, so if anything, he should be a priority target because he is out there on his own. If you let him kite around, all he's going to do is set fires to you, and that is not going to end well. So seeing how far that Brandenburg is to me, it's 6.5 kilometers. I hit my engine boost. Red team take C cap. The guys across there haven't even pushed to try and contest it, which is really disappointing to see. I am on this cap. It is contested. We've got the Brandenburg there on the corner. He is tucked in tight to the island. And there's another Brandenburg and a Kansas. And I'm thinking, oh crap, we have really pushed into a world of hurt here. And so I'm trying to get torpedoes out, all the while thinking that I need to turn around and get out of here, because it does look like the majority of red team are on this capture point. And if you look at where blue team are, they're all just hanging back. And I realize that this is potentially not a game I want to be in, and I accidentally bump the island. We take a short trip to the beach, and really I'm looking at my engine boost. I'm thinking, how long have I got? I need to get the hell out of dodge. I'm looking for the torpedoes, but then the Z23 pops up. He is running his sonar, and I just managed to get my engines moving forward. But look at that, no sooner am I spotted than the Brandenburg secondaries are onto me. Torpedoes are coming. It's time to get the hell out of here, because there doesn't appear to be any form of support from the team. And if they can't support me, then there comes a point when you realize that you can't support them. I always say, play the cap you spawn on, try to push the cap, try to take the cap. if you can't take the cap, try to prevent the other team from taking it. That cap was uncontestable with so many ships on, and I know I could potentially have gone and spotted that destroyer, but with two Brandenburgs there, that would have been probably one of the dumbest things that I could have done. But we do get another torpedo hit, and if you look across to Seacap, you'll realise that our Miyoko just sailed straight into a Harbin and got torpedoed, but it was a 1-for-1 trade there. Red team is still pushing this cap hard. We aren't even 5 minutes into the game and we are 5 ships down. And this is when I realised that this was absolutely hopeless. Every ship that was on A cap is gone. One of the ships that was on C cap is gone. The guys that spawned behind me on B cap that were tucked into an island realise now that they're being pushed and they're running away. It is an absolute rout by red team of blue team. Given that there's so many battleships out there and that I was still learning how to play this ship to best effect, I decided that I'm going to do my own thing. I am going to do my own thing. You look at Seacap, that cruiser is sailing straight through the middle of the cap. I think the best thing for him to do would have been to have gone around the island because he's just getting reset, so he's obviously getting hit. And I've still got all these ships across here that I'm trying to do my best to spot. I'm trying to stop them pushing so hard by putting torpedoes out there. That Brandenburg is still ticking on the damage. We expect them to pull in tight on that corner. Kansas is hanging back, and I think that Kansas is potentially the one that is absolutely slamming blue team here. But the key goes out to I think it was a flood from me. I think he got a torp. He's gone. The Brandenburg, who was ticking with damage, is coming round the corner, and he is going to, I think, narrowly avoid those torpedoes, but there is already another set on the way. So I was playing with the builds here, and you'll notice that I don't have perceptive running because I was trying to go for a full torpedo reload on this one and see what I could do. But even though I took B cap, it's obvious that the Z23 is in there. He's staying undetected, and it's a lost cause now. It's an absolute lost cause. Having pushed through, I've now made it difficult for myself to get back through this map. So perhaps a mistake on my part there. But really, when I've got all of those ships hounding me down, what the hell am I supposed to do when my team is collapsing like a house of cards? So we are now just out on a damage hunt. We play the boat. Let's see how this boat plays with a full torpedo reload. We haven't got, as I said, perceptive on here, so we can't go and see where that destroyer is because we've got red team in front of us now. But we're going to keep getting these torpedoes out as quickly as we can. And to be honest, I know perceptive is a bit of a cheap sort of addition to the game, giving everybody in a destroyer the ability to locate another destroyer. But in this game, if I'd had that on there, I possibly would have tried to go against that Z23. However, I needed a team behind me to support that, and that team just was not there. I managed to get some hits on the Kansas. We break through the 100,000 damage. We didn't manage to take Seacap, that cruiser that was across there. There were two cruisers across there. They both managed to get themselves killed. I'm looking for the Kansas coming through. The two Brandenburgs are still out there. and we're just going to push back and see what we can do. I do have to say that I was really, really disheartened that this team had collapsed so quickly, and it was obvious, like I said, from 5 minutes into this game, that it wasn't going to be possible to pull this one back. I don't think by any measure of miracles, no matter how much damage I did, no matter how much spotting I did, and no matter how many kills I was to take away from this game, would I be able to bring this one back. Some of yous may be thinking, but yeah, that battleship out there, you could have been there, use will to rebuild. But yeah, there was another battleship back there with them. There were lots of ships back here. All the ships were back here, and they all got taken to pieces. And now I'm just playing for survival. To be honest, the thought I had to myself is, given how badly this game turned out, those guys don't actually deserve to have their ships back in port ready to play again if that's how they play them. Now that Brandenburg, although the torpedo indicator said that he was going to sail straight over, my intuition and experience tells me that he's going to turn into that corner. And that other Brandenburg, having turned, is now going to pick up speed, so we lead him a little bit further than the indicator says with another set of torpedoes. They know I'm out here. The destroyer knows I'm out here. They know I'm on this cap. It's contested. 2 Brandenburgs and a destroyer. But there we go. We pick up our high caliber and a liquidator at the same time, and that's 1 Brandenburg off the map. It's now 1 plays 3, but points wise, it's gone. It's gone. The win left a long time ago. The possibility of pulling this one back left a long time ago. With 3 minutes on the game, I would have to kill all 3 ships to take a win. But I just allow myself to get detected by that Brandenburg. And look, there go the secondaries. This is why Brandenburgs should be a priority target. Hit them hard, hit them fast, get rid of them, and that will give your destroyers the ability to move around without fear of being chunked to pieces by secondaries. He is ticking. I'm not even going to fire my guns here. We're just going to let that one tick down and let him suffer the excruciating pain of flooding to death. I think he is running a heel, which is literally keeping him on life support, but that last torpedo finishes him. So there's the Kansas that has been hanging at the back. He's 10 k's away. He is coming towards us. And so I think, well, if I'm going to salvage anything from this game, I may as well just turn in and try to take this capture point, and at the same time try to get a couple of torpedoes on this Kansas. The destroyer is still unsighted. I don't know how much damage he's taken, but watch this, because as I disappear behind this hill, I'm going to put some shots onto this Kansas, and I am going to remain spotted, which tells me that the destroyer is out here. So I can get a good gauge on how far away he is. I know that I've got the island between me and the Kansas, so what I'm expecting is either torpedoes or gunfire. But I am full health, and I've heard people say before, how the hell can destroyers be sailing around at the end of the game full health? Well, this is one of the reasons. There's the torpedoes from the Z-23. We haven't got Perceptive on, as I said. We can't track him down. Even if we went after him, we're not going to kill the Kansas and him within the time that's remaining. There's a minute on the clock. We were 5 ships down after 5 minutes. After 10 minutes in this game, I was on my own. And so I've just played as hard as I can for as long as I can. But there was absolutely no hope of victory there. We finish with a whisker under 184,000 damage, 14 torpedo hits, 13 floods, 3 kills, a solo cap right at the start, a high caliber and a liquidator. And looking at the end game stats, 2,145 base XP, which without a bonus puts me second on the winning team. I'm sorry, guys. You need to play better. I hope you've enjoyed my misery and my agony in playing such a high damage game. It shows that you can't carry everything without the support of the team. If you haven't got the team, there's no way in hell you're going to get victory. Look after yourselves. Take care. Goodbye.